The number one live show in the world, West Coast Pop Log Podcast. Coming to you from Big Studios in Compton, California. Featuring radio personality Super Steve Flores. Comedian extraordinaire, that dude Johnny C. And Mr. I'll Do Anything for a Buck, Mario 81. So throw your dubs in the air and let's get ready to pop log!
Yeah!
I'm excited because it's Tuesday night and you know what that means.
Tuesday. You know what that
You know what that means? Taco Tuesday.
It is Taco Tuesday.
And our guest,
He
Cody
left-
the Killer,
Dude, he left Taco Tuesday.
the Taco Tuesday to be with us. That is fucking.
That's-
hey,
come on.
You guys, come on.
You know.
Come on.
By the way, Steve, would you put Taco Tuesday on pause for any of us right now?
I mean,
I'm
come
here.
on. Yeah, Tuesday. I do
Every
every
Tuesday,
Tuesday.
yeah.
Okay,
I do
that
that
makes sense.
every fucking Tuesday. What do you
We're
mean?
trying to do a fat joke right here. Like, oh, so would you do it? I'm fucking right here in front of
You
you.
fat fuck, would you give up
would you give up
tacos?
tacos?
You guys are putting extra words in my mouth. I didn't say any of that.
Well, there's no tacos in it. Might as well put something else in it. Cody, what kind of tacos do you do? The hard shell, or do you do the soft? I mean, what?
Well, today's Taco Tuesday at Mom and Dad, so
Okay.
they were doing hard shell.
The hard
Yeah.
shell,
But usually when I go to the truck, it's a burrito and a taco.
burrito and taco,
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
a little mulita,
Yeah.
one of those
Yeah.
little, you know,
All right, so
Whatever kind of delicious drink is going on that truck.
little Jamaica, whatever. Yeah. Oh,
Pineapple.
or a Coke.
Yeah, that's late at
yeah.
night, dude. That's frothy
sure.
pineapple drink or horchata.
Horchata. Angel cum.
Hell yeah.
Angel jipe. That's what Josh,
Angel cum.
That's what Josh Palmer calls it. Angel jipe.
Yeah,
that's
drink a
what-
gallon of that shit.
Hell yeah. Then, but at the bottom it gets real like
Chalky.
Chalky. Yeah.
Some
yeah.
of it's chalky. Some trucks, shit's
Yeah.
chalky the whole time.
Yeah. It just depends, man.
Yeah, the fruit one has been a better choice the last couple of times.
A pineapple, a little Jamaica, a little
Yeah,
tamarindo or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
They got that shit. That's that San Francisco shit too, man. They do it.
What? What's San
Just saying,
Francisco
there's
shit?
that, like, I was thinking about. I was thinking you moved here and there's Mexican food. I was like, well, you're just in the Mission. Like there's.
Yeah, but
you know,
San Francisco's different than
It is. It's completely
LA
different.
and different
yeah.
than
Even San Diego's different, yeah.
Yeah, everybody's like, oh no, our shit's the best. Well, hey, dude, I'll eat it fucking up and down the whole coast,
All right.
all of it.
All right,
it's
so
all good.
So to introduce our guest, let's do this.
Yeah, how you do it.
Let me set the stage for you. So I'm a young man. I don't know, 22 probably.
All right.
And it's like right when I first start hanging out at the tattoo shop, like pretty early in. And the boss of the shop that I was at, wanted to start a band. He wanted to start a rockabilly band. And so we already had one of the guys, Peter Campbell, Pumpkin Pete. He played bass.
Okay.
And so he had a singer, and what he really wanted was like a stand-up drummer, like the Stray Cats, like a fucking young, like crazy stand-up drummer kid. And so there's like these other two dudes that were hanging out there were like, hey, like we know the exact guy you're like the exact
Well, yeah.
that like the exact person you're looking for.
Yeah, we know him.
We know the guy you're
Yeah.
talking about. And then it was not too long later, in walks. How old are you? 15?
So
Okay, go ahead. Did I get it wrong?
no. So I'm in a bunch of different bands in high school, right?
Yeah.
And then there's a Christian ska band.
Yeah, one
Because
loose,
that's one loose tooth.
one
because
loose
that's
tooth,
the
man.
that's the hip shit that's going on. You know, like
Yeah.
you know, like fucking Less Than Jake is doing free concerts in the offbeat parking lot in Hermosa. Like, you know, Pennywise plays free shows at the beach still. 4th of July, like South Bay punk rock. You know what I mean? That's
Christian.
Well,
Well, no,
I mean,
aside
that was
from
like
that.
whatever other Christian band was happening. I mean, I'm not Christian, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just in high school playing in bands.
Yeah.
Whatever. I was in all kinds of bands, you know?
Yeah.
Any place to play music, you know?
Drummer.
Drummer.
Cool.
So, these dudes had a show, and I think I played drums a little bit, but I was mostly just hanging out and having a good time. And Rude Rob,
Hell yeah.
who's a Christian now, was like, who taught Rocco how to tattoo. All these dudes came to the, you know,
Came to the shop.
came to this place and saw the band play.
Yeah.
Right? So the man, like, hey, man, there's some fucking tattoos here. And the tattoo shop was around the corner from, there's 2 tattoo shops around the corner from my house in Gardena. So this is like over by El Camino College. So tat shop, old cars, chop Fords, lowered car, always like cool cars hanging out in front of the tattoo shop. I knew some dudes in high school, the Ducky Boys.
Hell yeah.
Ernie.
That's my barber still to
Ernie
this
and
day.
Ernie's cousin Jesse, you know what I mean? And I
Sick
can't
boy.
remember all their names, you know what I mean? I'm not good with that shit, but dudes I went to high school with, they were like real into the rebel thing was happening, right?
These dudes were fucking
And then these
rebels.
dudes like
They'll
dudes
try
were
to tell you they were greasers
they-
from the beginning. No. They started out rebels.
I don't know about Ernie, but the rest of all the cousins and all the other friends, they were fucking rebels.
Fucking rebel bopping and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cut sleeves. With the
Yeah, I never comprehend shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, fuck them.
bangs.
And then, hey man, and then they fucking, I remember, I was like a punk rocker playing in bands, and then these dudes were like, they were fucking 50, they came back the next year and they were 50s fucking greasers, like real style, like not washing their jeans, traditional fucking pinup girl tats, like white t-shirts, they were fucking doing it right.
Yeah.
Jesse and I were friends. And Jesse was working at the tattoo shop. He was the helper
right,
at the
yeah.
tat shop. But also, I had already met Sparky before, a long time ago, because we were going to shows. I went to Jeff Tillman's shop in San Pedro.
Tattoo Deluxe.
I was young, 14, 15 years old, hanging out with this girl, Jessica. We went to high school together. She was a little bit older. There was people getting tattooed, you know what I mean? And so I was
Yeah.
like, that was just a fucking some shit to do, I wanted to get one, and my mom told me not to. Don't get a tattoo, don't ride a motorcycle. Well, hey, you
Now
done
full of tattoos
you
and
done
keep riding motorcycles.
No, you done fucked up. Yeah, there, you know what I mean? So,
Yeah. So when did you, at what age or what made you say, hey, fuck, I want to be a tattoo artist?
I just wanted to get one.
So getting one was
Like
the
my
first.
uncle used to take me to Hollywood. Go to go see movie premieres in Hollywood, dude. Punk rockers, fucking we used to go to the magazine things, look through all the magazines, and past the shit you ain't supposed to look at, all the porno mags, the tattoo, Easy Rider Bike magazine was back there, and it would be like a chick in front of a motorcycle with big ass tits and a little flower on her fucking titty, you know what I mean? And she's like naked, and it's like 2 pages. It's the last chat, and I was like, my mom told me not to do that, but that looks pretty fun cool.
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah, you know what I mean? And there was just like dudes on motorcycles and, and the Stray Cats fucking album covers, they're stealing hubcaps, and them dudes had Bob Roberts tats, like that's fucking badass shit right there. The Stray Cats video on MTV. Fuck. Fucking cool, dude.
It was super cool. Yeah.
That's fucking cool. And then later in high school, people were like, hey man, I went to the fucking Board and Orange thing, and somebody gave me a Social Distortion CD, and like, man, tattoos, sleeves, chopped Chevys.
That was the beginning.
That shit was fucking cool.
Hell yeah. And that's how everything happens. With something that so grabs you.
Right.
And it just fucking shakes your world,
That's it.
and you're like, I want to be a
And
part of
especially
this.
at that age, when you
Oh,
find,
yeah.
and then it's like that.
If you're
know?
15 and you're fucking hanging out with fucking punk rockers and all that fucking shit that you're not supposed to do.
Yeah,
That shit was cool, dude. Frogs over there.
dude, Frogs in Lawndale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was like a stab and shoot biker bar, and then it became the punk rock club. So I was going there, and so it was like South Bay punk rock scene. Jesse, all these dudes, they're like 50s greaser style, but also I had met Sparky at an Out of Order show. He's a merch guy for Out of Order. And then later, he drew the one loose tooth first sticker or whatever.
Oh, did he really? I had no idea.
Yeah,
Sparky
and so
did.
then I started going there during the day a little bit, and then then I was there like on a Friday or Saturday night, I think like even maybe after the show, I was like, they're like, invite us over to the tattoo shop.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, it's pretty fucking cool,
Hell yeah.
And then we went.
There's no cooler place on earth than after a show, let's go back to the tattoo shop. That's
I mean, so meet all these
That's
tatters,
the best.
and then we go back to the tat shop, and like Jesse and Ernie and all these dudes are hanging out. They're playing quarters. Fucking Rocco's there, you know.
We used to pay
King fucking of the fucking rocket. This dude's like 1950s, you know.
Yeah, I remember
Car,
Rocco.
you know?
Rocco, for sure.
You know?
And he just got
54 Chevy truck, leopard interior, rockabilly dude, you know.
Hell yeah.
Owner of a tat shop around the corner. We're all hanging out. The girls I was with probably tried to score some coke at the tat shop or something. The guys, and I was like, hey, whatever, I don't know, you know. I don't know what's going on over there. This is pretty cool hanging out at the tattoo shop, so.
So did you end up playing in the band?
So I started going there and going there on Friday nights, Saturday night. They'd be like, oh, should we go hang out? I'm like, well, let's go hang out at the fucking tattoo shop. And so some of my friends had started getting tattooed there. So, you know, go there. They were getting tattooed. I wasn't old enough to get tattooed, but. And then I watched this dude do a tat, you know, and saw him like put the stencil on and everything. I was like, man, you know. I thought they just freehanded the thing. Like, I watched him trace a stencil, and I was like, I could fucking do that, you know?
Yeah.
I was like, shit, I could trace that motherfucker.
Hell yeah.
Like, that's it. And, you know, this dude rode on a bicycle. I watched the whole process, you know what I mean? And, like, I don't know, I'm just always interested in, like, making things and how things work. And, like,
Yeah.
it's just my nature to
Dude,
take
that's
some apart.
It's like
you know
a
what I mean?
tinker,
Like,
and like a tattoo machine is like a tinkerer's dream.
yeah, fuck
you
yeah. You know,
what I
like,
mean?
the whole, like, tattooing's like there's a whole mechanical aspect of it that it's like can be lost a little bit, you know, but there's a whole mechanical aspect of it that was like interesting to me, and I watched him, you know, just from asking people like, oh man, how'd they do it, you know? I just wanted to get him. And then I watched the dude do one and he got paid, and the fucking dude rolled out with a little bulldog in his arm off the wall, you know, and I was like, damn.
Off the
pretty
wall
good.
bulldog.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
man,
I
that's
remember,
fucking sick, dude.
at that
Bulldog,
tattoo
just
shop.
the head, you know?
Yeah, I remember at that tattoo shop, you had this one flash in the back, had like a banana and some other bullshit, and we always were thinking of just throwing a dart at it.
Yeah, it's an old Scott Harrison sheet, like the one.
Oh,
It's like a butthole.
Like a BS Welch sheet. And it's
Oh,
like,
yeah,
I dare you to get any of this.
No,
off
no
of
one's
it.
ever gonna get that. No one would get that stuff back then. Now, like, there's dudes that specialize in that shit.
Yeah, put it on their face.
That's
So-
100%.
Friday and Saturday night, trying to get to the tat shop. You know what I mean?
Yeah, any way you could.
Any way I could. And then one day, Jesse was acting like an asshole, and they fucking sent him home. And he never came back. So I was just there, you know what I mean? And started like,
Chilling.
hey
hanging out.
man, well, you know, why don't you let me help out? And they were like, no man, you're too young. You know what I mean? Can't be fucking around here. You know what I mean? Like,
They were looking out for you.
there was some serious shit going on just in that neighborhood. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Dude, motherfuckers getting shot in the face across the street
Yeah,
on Friday night.
I
and
know where
like,
that place is at, exactly.
you know, there was some gangster shit and then some white college kid shit all happening all
Oh,
like
there.
there, and there was like 3 different police stations, so some shit popped off, and like ain't nobody want to deal nothing over there, dude.
Hell
You
yeah,
know?
hell yeah.
But yeah, so and then, you know, we started playing, we practiced like 4 or 5 times, called Deuce 32.
Oh, I completely forgot there was an actual name of the
never
band.
played a show, you know
Nothing.
what I mean?
Yeah, it all fell apart.
Well, there's a stage here. We can bring it back.
You know, so that's how I like got to know the dudes at the tattoo shop. Like,
Yeah.
we became tight. I started hanging out there. So I would just go, you know, we would practice at Rocco's house in Hermosa. He lived right at the end of what's going on in Ternando.
Rondo, yeah.
Oh man, I just drove over there the other day. I was like, I want to rent that same fucking apartment.
Dude,
Just
above
to
the
be-
garage
just to-
right
with
there?
the garage, it was a sick fucking pad
that was
at the fucking
bad.
beach. So, you know, I meet him, we go to the fucking beach, jamming in a rockabilly band at fucking like 16 years old with a bunch of tatters, dude.
Hell yeah.
That was some fucking cool shit right
Hell
there.
yeah.
So
Coolest kid on the
cool.
block.
Yeah.
Never played a show, never recorded nothing, practiced 3-4 times. That's it. My mom used to drop me off there. She was pissed. She fucking hates Rocco. has since fucking 1996.
Hell yeah. She still
Fucking hates that
Rocco.
motherfucker
Still hating
still.
him. What was the first tattoo you got?
So I ended up getting
That's-
tattooed by Sparky on my 18th birthday. So I got, you know, Jesse never came back. I started hanging out. They're like, no. Whatever, it's my fucking after school job. I go to high school. My mom picks me up. I go home. I also couldn't get a driver's license because some, you know.
Because he's a juvenile delinquent.
Yeah, yeah.
That's some shit. Couldn't get a driver's license for a while, so I used to ride my skateboard to the fucking
To the shop.
to the take the butt towards transit to the tat shop.
Oh yeah.
And then tat shop was open late, 4 or 5. We there till 4, 5, 6 in the morning,
We
or
were
go to the nudie bar. From nudie bar is open till 4.
We were
The one
open-
next door.
We were open. This
No,
is in Gardena.
This is
before
Gardena,
Big
so we go to
Daddy's.
like
This is-
Century
okay.
Lounge or
Yeah.
Century Lounge or the fucking other
So
one that
that's
serves
all before.
beer.
So that's fine. That's once. So Cody's not 18.
Yeah,
And
so
we-
I started working there when I'm like 17.
So-
Friday, Saturday night, it's my after school job. After I go to high school and then go to the tat shop up till 4 or 5 in the morning, sleeping all day in high school.
So it's
Best time at
And then
Richmond High right here.
in walks the slickest fucking motherfucker ever, Johnny C.
no way. So
I was already working there a little bit, like hanging out a bunch, and then Johnny C comes in. Cause that's his Friday, Saturday night hangout.
Yeah.
Well, you were part of the band, weren't you? The
No,
Deuce.
I was not in. I've
Yeah,
never
he
been
was.
in any sort of band.
He wasn't part of Johnny C was like definitely a part of the tat shop. Rocco's friend, and then afterwards people would split off and do their own thing.
Yeah.
But Johnny C rolled with Rocco and where hey, that was what we were doing, like, hey, afterwards we're gonna go to the titty bar. It's like
So-
maybe shop might be open till midnight, 1 o'clock. Go to titty
'Cause Century
bars.
Lounge-
Century Lounge opens till 4 a.m.
Yeah, 4 o'clock on the weekend. So Barrel Against Shit
So,
was open all its late.
I'm 17 years old. I ain't old enough to go.
So he's not allowed to go to any of this shit.
But
so
we're-
every night. Let me tell a story.
Oh my god.
So we would like leave him in the car. That was Cody's deal. One time he got to come inside the strip club. They let him in when he was 17. One time into the Century
They
Lounge.
didn't let me in. We just all rolled in.
So he went there, but that was the only time. Every other time he had this, because Rocco would give him a ride home at night. So this motherfucker would leave him in the car. Like, we're gonna go inside. We'll see you later. Like, we'll be back when we're back.
Sometimes 2-3 hours.
We'll be back.
Damn.
We'll be
That's
back
fucked
when we're
up,
back.
man. What the fuck, man?
100%.
Why would you guys just take him home?
I'm not in charge. I'm not. So his 18th birthday. It's finally Cody's 18th birthday.
Remember the one time that we went?
Let me get to your birthday. So it's his 18th birthday. He's finally going to be able to go
Going to
inside the
the-
Century Lounge, where we go
Legally.
3-4 nights a week is where we're at this place. So finally he's going to get to go. We go that night instead to the Wild Goose, where you have to be 21 to get in,
Oh,
and
you
left this
assholes.
asshole. And left him in the
Fucked
car
up.
on his
Jesus.
18th fucking birthday. Left him in the car again.
You guys
My
are dicks.
God.
Yeah, that's
This was
Fucking dick.
fucked
You want to
up.
hang out with these
This
dicks?
was I was not in charge. I was not in charge. But
You could have made a little suggestion.
you know what?
Like, dude, it's his 18th
Little
birthday.
suggestion
telling
box,
me.
Put it in there. Hey, let's go here.
You know what I mean?
It's
You
his
are-
I mean, it was after my birthday. I was getting tattooed. I was at the tat shop pretty late. I got tattooed by Sparky. That's who did my first tattoo.
And so these guys just went ahead.
Yeah, you know.
Oh, so you
No,
went
but
ahead. So you went-
I do remember yeah, we went. Then we started going there, and I had to sit in the car a bunch. Because that's just how it was, dude.
Yeah, the
It's
girls
torture.
changed. The girls,
Yeah, it was like torturing
torture.
Cody. Those are the
It's torture.
finding ways to torture Cody was.
Yeah.
Like not what I did. I did not torture Cody.
I mean, that's
but-
You
just
were
a
part
tip
of the
of the
torture.
iceberg.
You were part of the torture.
I mean,
You let it happen.
Yeah.
I did not. No, there's not. I was happy it wasn't happening to me.
Yeah,
You know,
alright,
like
alright,
I was
alright,
like,
alright, yeah.
if it wasn't going to be Cody, it was like going to be happening to me. So
Yeah.
like, get the
But
fuck
you
out
know,
of here.
by that time I was learning how to tattoo, so it was already like a. So yeah, somebody had to drive me home. Eventually, my friend Long Beach Ian used to drive me home all the fucking time.
Cody's the one who taught me how to pierce too. So,
Oh,
how do you even remember piercing?
Yeah, it's not really like a cool thing to talk about when
Of
you're
course
a
it's
tattooer.
not. Yeah, look at. No, of course not. Sorry for bringing it up, but dude, does
No,
that
we
even,
could talk about it. I'll fight any piercer or
Is that
whatever. It
even
doesn't
like
matter.
is that even like a memory to you?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I was learning how to tattoo, and there. So all right, so whatever. We turn 18, start getting tattooed. I'm in the fucking club. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm playing in the band. Still playing in other bands, but I'm in the fucking tat shop band now. You know,
All right.
You guys are a band.
Yeah.
Whatever you're doing is a band. You know, you
Yeah,
got a
yeah,
group
yeah.
of friends. It's my. So, I'm in the tat shop band now, and so then more shops start. We open up. We're part of opening up more shops or buys a shop. So there's like the Hollywood aspect, and then the Harbor City thing, and then
That's what we
needs other people. More people get hired, and it's like a more thing. Plus, there's some shit going on. There's 2 owners over there, and it's kind of a bad scene. And then people come and people go. They get fired. People leave. All kinds of shit. Adam and Pumpkin Pete and Sparky. Those are all the dudes that were like, and Mark Landis. Those are all the dudes that were like fucking tattooing around like,
The OG guys. OG.
Yeah.
These are our
99.
OG guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That like Chris Chrome was around and Will Anders. Like those
Handsome
are the dudes.
Will Anders?
Those
Hell
are the
yeah.
dudes that were like coming and doing guest spots and like.
Frankly, rest in peace.
Yeah, frankly, came and tattooed. Mike Wilson. All these people came and like we got to meet all these people through these like couple of shops.
Yeah.
And then we opened the Harbor City shop, and then in walks this dude, and he was trying to get tattooed and buy some fucking machines, and Johnny C and I are already pretty much like we're friends, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the band dudes are still hanging out, and then walks this dude named Nick Rode.
Nick. Yeah.
And so Nick was like getting tattooed by Mark a little bit, and Nick ends up getting a job, And throughout this, there's like a couple people that are like kind of learning from other people, like Sparky had an apprentice named Josh, and like that dude's already tattooed, and like passing me up, even though I've been there the longest because
Yeah, I'm just fucking 15 years old.
everybody learns their. I'm already like 18, 19, but everybody learns at their own pace. But like,
You're on your own path.
yeah, and so Nick comes, and then I had tattooed a little bit, but Rock was like, "Why don't you try to pierce so you can make some money and take your time learning how to tattoo?" So Ian Cherry teaches me how to pierce, and it's like not a cool, it's like piercing's not a cool thing.
Yeah, kids come
When you're
and get
when you're a
tongue
tattooer,
pierced,
like they all want
Why?
to. They all want to.
You know what? It's such a good
They all wanna be a
question.
tatter.
It's such a good
They all
question.
wanna be a
as to
tatter.
why- But
yeah,
no,
but
that has nothing-
piercing, you can see tits, you see vaginas.
Yeah, you
you
see-
Hey man, let me
Tattoo
tell you
artists
something.
too,
A lot
yeah.
of good stuff happens back there,
And
But-
piercers get and you know how I was not tricked into piercing, but the way I was finessed into piercing was told like, look, man, piercers the ones who get girls. Like all your clientele is girls. Like you got a tattoo. When you tattoo, it's at the time it was probably 65% dudes. When you're a piercer, it's like 95% of your clientele is women, so you just get to hang out with them all day. But inside piercing, and I know it's because it comes from Fakir and a bunch of gay dudes in San Francisco
Yeah,
that it became
whatever.
that it's
It's like
or-
selling bongs and
say
leather
fuck here?
jackets.
it's
dude.
like that's his name. This is the godfather of piercing. So it's your choices were either like a leather daddy, that's who at the time it was like leather daddies, and chicks who worship the moon were
Pierced.
piercers. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
And other than that, like
So, whatever.
ugh.
So I learned how to do it, and then I was like doing that and tattooing, and then
So you were leather daddy for a bit.
yeah, dude, look, I touched some dicks for some money. So
Hey man, you getting paid?
hey, you know what, dude?
Getting
I'm
paid.
not gay, but $20.
There you go.
20 bucks is 20
dude.
bucks.
$20.
Hey man,
Did you ever tattoo a dick?
yeah, I tattooed lots of dicks.
Plus, you still did.
Whoa.
Hey,
And
both
some
of them touching.
some
I-
penises too.
Yeah, I'm talking about like penises.
I tattooed. Let me tell you something. I tattooed a fucking 1,000 dicks. I tattooed a couple penises too.
There you go. There you go. There you go. So either way, whether you're leather or not, you still
Yeah,
touching
whatever,
the dick,
dude.
yeah, and getting paid.
By the way, so how does a conversation like that go? Where like, hey, I want to get my dick tattooed. Like, does
Goes like, how much does that cost? And then there's some fees that involved.
wow,
Shit,
like
a lot of fees.
so for tattooing, is there like a base rate where you charge like, hey, I'm X amount of bucks for an hour, but you bring a dick, now it's like, hey, it's gonna be double that because I have to touch your dick.
I mean, wait, do you want to talk about getting your dick tattooed?
I'm just trying to
You
know.
know,
I
it's
mean,
like,
Johnny
well,
has
what do
a
you want to
dick
get? Hey, what do you want to get? cost this much? Well, all right. Well, then there's a $600 handling fee and a $100 mandatory tip. So we're talking $800 to $1,000. You know what I mean?
Wow.
We'll line that wang out.
That's what you do. You just price. If you don't want to do it, you price it so you don't have to do
But you know what happens usually with that? Okay, cool.
it. I mean, sometimes that
Do you
happens.
take Venmo?
Fuck yeah, take Venmo.
I was gonna say, like, you know,
Come on down.
hell yeah.
Sleeve that ween, dude. I always wanted to put stripes on one, make it look longer.
What was that dude's name? What was that dude's name in Dallas that had like the where it went like flames that went into his urethra?
I don't
Way
know.
back in the
I
day,
don't know.
some tattooer. I don't remember.
I remember coming across a picture where like this dude had a dragon fucking tatted. The
Yeah,
whole
of
thing,
course,
wings
sure.
go up like.
Yeah,
yeah.
Stuart Robson did one, and it's fucking amazing, dude.
Yeah.
By the way, if you want to
I
get
mean,
your
there's some really nice dick tattoos going on out there.
There are.
You know,
Yeah,
let me tell you
yeah.
something. If you got the money, there's somebody out there that's gonna.
Make it look dope.
by the way, if you want to get your
2021,
Yeah,
20,
tattoo however you want on you.
sleeve that. I sleeve that butthole. I'm wearing a mask.
Hell yeah.
if you want to get your butthole sleeved or
That's
your, your
like-
dick tattooed, call in right now at 909-475-7449.
Actually, don't. We don't want
Well, we'll get you some rates right now. So as far as like your tattooing, and as long as you've been doing it, because it sounds like you've been doing this from the beginning. Now you are an old schooler. You've been doing this for quite a number of years. What's been like the most weirdest scenario you ever been kind of put into because of tattooing? Thanks, Johnny, for that.
Oh, sorry.
I mean, if you can think about it, it's happened.
Yeah, exactly. For sure, right? They're just like,
Yeah.
Like people
Seen
coming
some-
back saying, "What the fuck you fucked
I
me
seen
up?"
some stuff.
There's the best. One of the best of you fucked that up was for a long time in Cody's portfolio. There is this real nice heart. There's this real nice heart with a banner that said family. That's fucking in there. And one day, it was in his portfolio for fucking forever.
It took the dude 2 days. We're gonna bring that up, dude.
I'm just saying that they're at this is a. I know
I mean,
that
just
doesn't mean
spelling
anything
shit
to you.
wrong, but
right,
dude.
and he finally it said family, not family in his fucking.
Like, hey, dude, check it out. You're good at lettering, but you're not good at spelling.
Yeah,
Hey,
it's just
I
two
didn't-
completely different things. If you wanted to spell,
Hey, motherfucker, it's your tattoo. What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, 'cause
Pay
if you're
attention.
looking at it, you know what? I guarantee he knew it was fucked up.
he just
But
don't
what do
say
you do now?
anything.
What do you do now?
Yeah,
I fixed that one, maybe. I don't know. I'm sorry, dude.
No, hey, like you said,
Hey, man, I spelled a lot of shit wrong. Sorry.
yeah,
a lot.
Just like when people,
Hey, you know what? Fucking look, and I fucking look in the fucking mirror. I fucking spell it out to you. Fucking show it on you, fucking piece of paper. Get a picture, dude. Picture speaks 1,000 words. You get 5 words tattooed on you. Let's roll the dice, Holmes. You
Yeah.
know, like, let's go.
Hell yeah.
Pay attention, you know?
Hell yeah. Just like, you know, when they do the Chinese symbols, do they really know what those mean?
Fuck no. You think I know what that means, dude?
That's what I'm asking.
No,
All that shit
I don't.
Or
Arabic, no.
Yeah.
You better have.
You better know.
Yeah, what the fuck do you want me to know that for, dude? I know how to draw a fucking picture, dude. I know how to draw an eagle.
I know how to put what you bring to me on you.
Yeah.
Hey,
That's it.
I know roses, eagles, snakes, panther heads, ships,
Skulls.
skulls, dice. You want some
Flames.
rockabilly shit? Some flames, dude?
I got
You want
you.
some tarot cards? I got your shit. You
Hell
want some
yeah.
lettering? You better pay attention, motherfucker.
Bring that shit and spell right.
Yeah.
Know how to
You
spell
want
your
that
kids'
shit
names.
in whatever language you want. Better have a motherfucker check. Remember the kung fu story from Jesse?
No.
There used to be a coffee shop. Pete drank a bunch of coffee, and there used to be a coffee shop around the corner from the tattoo shop, donut shop. Jesse used to go over there and have them write out the characters. And this dude came in one day and was like, I want to get white power and fucking kanji on the back of my arms.
Which makes no sense.
Which makes, hey man, unless you fucking hate whatever Asian people that you're getting it written in, you
Yeah.
know? I don't know, you know? And Jesse walks over there and he's like, man, I don't want to fucking ask you. I could come over here 2-3 times a day. I don't want to fucking ask these motherfuckers this. He's like, why don't you write out kung fu? He goes back over there and hands to do the thing, and fucking Pete tattoos the guy, and the guy fucking leaves. And then Jesse just starts laughing.
Fuck.
Pete's like, what? He's like, you want to know what that said? He's like, what? He's like, that shit said kung fu. And they're all, what? He's like, I don't want to fucking go over there and like be like, you know, get donuts and coffee over there. You know, like, fuck, man. Even though this fool is like, you know.
By the way, that all could have been avoided in this day and age with Google Translate. So if you're a
100%.
tattooer, you got to get some shit done, get that shit on Google Translate.
Man, go find if you are so far away from that language and culture that you don't have somebody that you could be like, yo, then you have.
Can you fact check this? Can I get the Carfax on this,
I would
please?
have went there and got a fucking maple bar and been like, hey, how can you spell out for me, white tiger power? Take the tiger out.
Sure, hilarious.
And hey, don't forget the fucking little bag of donut holes.
Yeah, let me get
What the
some
fuck? Easy.
chocolate milk too.
You know what I'm saying? Walk out, take the tiger out, and you're done.
Oh, well, congratulations. You figured it out fucking 25 years later, man.
Hey, I want to know if that guy figured it out on his arms.
I mean, eventually,
He
probably.
has to.
You know?
He didn't come back, try to get all fucking crazy
No,
and
they
shit.
never come back.
They never come back because they
No?
know they're dumb.
I mean, you know.
Really?
Who knows, dude?
situation.
Who knows nowadays?
Yeah.
That was
As
a
a
long
piercer,
time
they
ago.
never
That was a
come
good
back.
time.
When I was piercing, they would never come back. I would deal with somebody. I would deal with other people's fuck ups all the time, but never
they would
my
go
own.
somewhere else.
But never
Yeah.
my own. You know,
Yeah.
so I have no
Yeah.
idea how many bad ones I had because they would go
But-
other places.
Yeah, Johnny C had the regular job, you know, work with his dad and his brother, and then I went out to Pierce, taught Johnny C how to pierce so that I didn't have to do it anymore. And then Johnny C had a reason to be at the tat shop all the time.
Yeah, that's
and
really
then,
what I was looking for.
And then that was it, dude. You know, then we met you guys. K-Rock, that was cool.
Fuck
You
yeah.
know what I
we had
mean?
great
Like,
times, man.
yeah.
Yeah, we'd go and hang out, and same thing. We just go
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
what's called the sticker hit. So they make you take these K-Rock rap trucks and go driving up and down the fucking freeways to have people look at it like a moving billboard.
Yeah.
We wouldn't fucking go anywhere. And we'd go to Fritz, the OG one, you know? We would go to fucking the shop all the time. That shit would be parked in the front.
Yeah.
All
yeah.
day hanging out back there. You guys up front tattooing.
Yeah.
You get in the back doing your shit, and we're just fucking being annoying.
And it's so funny. People would like, customers would be like, why is K-Rock here?
Yeah.
I'm like,
That's when
you know,
K-Rock
they're
was
just-
cool,
yeah,
not
it's like,
fuck.
they're
I don't know
just
about
like-
now.
It's like, you know, they're just cooling out. What do you want to do? You know?
Yeah. We're hanging out. Oh, can I get a shirt? Yeah. Let me take a picture of you holding it. You know what I'm saying? Did my
Yeah.
job.
We did
But
some
that was
stuff
like, there was no internet. There was no like,
Nah.
there was no. I mean, you back then you had that shit. You know, we had to
AOL.
meet people.
Yeah, no, you had to talk to people. You had to meet people. There was no Instagrams, no Facebooks, none of that shit.
Shit's so easy now.
How did the world exist back then?
Plus at the shop too, and there would be nothing like if the shop.
I mean,
if
that was
there
the center.
nothing to
You know,
do.
as far as we were concerned, that was the center of the universe right there.
Yeah,
You
we
know?
didn't even have a TV there. We had fucking
No.
nothing.
No,
We like
no.
there was only what was happening there.
The
That is
TV
what we
was the
did.
front window. We were watching the hookers and
Oh, hell yeah. I mean,
gangsters across the street make shit happen. You know.
We went there and we'd hang out,
TV.
dude. Just
That's-
because it's cool. Like, for real, like, you know, at that time, K-Rock was number one.
Yeah.
Okay? So we were cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
Nick
wanna
went and did the tattoo on the dude's face for the
Yeah.
angel tickets on the radio,
Hell
dude.
yeah. And so we wanted to hang out at cool places.
Yeah.
So what's fucking cooler than K-Rock? A fucking tattoo shop where you can go and talk shit and fucking listen to these guys and get into their, you know.
And it was for sure like at that shop, both shops, the Gardena shop and then at Big Daddy's. It was a hangout shop. Like it was
Okay.
openly encouraged
Yeah.
that like you could hang out there. And not all tattoo shops are like that. There's a bunch of tattoo shops where they make it openly known. They don't
Yeah.
want you to hang
It
out.
ain't like that anymore, dude.
Like fucking
We-
bounce.
yeah, bounce. Come in and get tattooed and get the fuck out of there. Unless we're tight, dude. You gotta go.
Yeah, there's
go.
no,
I'm
there's
stoked.
no.
Hey, man, I appreciate you getting tattooed. I love you, you know. I love every customer, but
You're done. Go.
yeah.
Fuck out.
That's not. What, I didn't. I
We
didn't
can be
have
friends
any
on the
tat-
internet, you know, like
Hey, two things I know. Bring your shit spell checked and
Yeah.
get the fuck out.
I get the
when
fuck
you're
out,
done.
man.
That's
we-
it.
yeah, no, I mean, they're all great, dude. I mean, I built a life around tattooing people, so.
Yeah.
Now, with that being said, you've tattooed everything. Has there been a situation where you decided morally or whatever the fuck, like, I'm not going to tattoo you? Like, no, I'm not doing that.
I mean, you were gonna do white power in Chinese, like that.
No, I didn't do it,
nowadays-
Pete.
Well, that he didn't do
Oh
that.
no, yeah.
But no, I mean, it's a job. You know what I mean? At a certain point, I guess you get older and you're like, nah, I'm not gonna like, you know, not gonna do this anymore. I'm not gonna do that anymore. Like,
What about tattooing? Was it weird? Because in Florida, you moved to Florida after you left here, where you could
so
tattoo.
yeah,
where you
we
could
all,
tattoo
you know,
minors.
eventually that, you know, you gotta move on. You gotta do things. Met Mike Wilson,
It was a badass tattoo. Mike
bad at
Wilson's,
one of the best, you know, one of the best in the world.
Mike Wilson's been good since before being good was a thing.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
amazing before the internet. You know, we meet these people, and I'm like, man, I gotta learn something. So I gotta get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
You gotta keep going, you know?
Yeah.
You gotta change it up every once in a while. So I moved to Florida.
I remember that.
I just meant, was it weird like there because I know you could tattoo minors there, like so,
Yeah, tattoo fucking, you know, like,
Florida's on a whole different level,
Yeah, you tattoo
bro.
little kids. You
hey,
know?
man. I was like, you know, there was like a certain fascination with the South for a little bit, you know? And I was like, man, what's that? You know, I was just interested in that, and I went there and lived there, and I was like, you know,
Whole different shit.
hey, man, I grew up in Southern California, so.
Yeah, that has to be crazy, man.
You know, it's a different place. And I lived there for 6 years. It's a great time working at Inksmith and Rogers. A lot of good friends, a lot of lifelong friends out there, you know.
But just don't visit me at the tattoo shop.
Yeah.
No, that was a little bit of a, you know, that was a little bit of a hangout shop too, you know.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you know, come on
Well,
by.
you know,
There's
you're-
people stopping by. It was a great time, you know what I mean? There's like 30 guys that work there at any given time.
So
It's
the
still an
way-
amazing shop.
The way Inksmith and Rogers works is it's like a franchise, kind of tattoo shops in Jacksonville, but it's like all run, and it's like a wild pack of animals. All these tattooers that all went so for a while. A bunch of them lived all in the same apartment building,
Yeah.
and it's like
Yeah.
they controlled like in New Jack City, like they
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
control the whole fucking apartment building.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it's like it's where you go. Like Inksmith is one of those places where you go to get good.
Yeah, it's
at
like
fucking
you know, it's
tattooing.
like, hey man, I went to junior college, and then I went to like, you know, and then I went to 4-year. And,
You
know,
went to
now,
Inksmith.
Now, yeah, that was my 4-year. You
That
know
was
what I
your
mean?
4 year, yeah.
Inksmith, the 4-year. You know, get a little bit better. You know, and then it's like, well, what's next? You know,
Yeah.
because
You hit open.
you can you know, you can plateau or you can get better. You know what I mean? Or you can like really push yourself, and then it's like, what's next? Well, get your master's degree. You know.
And where did you go from there?
Blackheart Tattoo in San Francisco, which Nick had worked at a bunch of places, and we're all friends, have been friends for a long
Yeah.
time, and then eventually Nick was working at Blackheart. But through the SoCal tattoo scene and like going to Classic and meeting Chummy and getting tattooed by Freddie Corbin and all these dudes at Classic Tattoo in Fullerton,
Mm-hmm.
we started like getting in.
there's a
We started
hang-
meeting a lot of people and people liked us, and we got tattoos, and so we started to get to go more places outside of our own shop, which
Yeah.
So tattooing is like
Who you know?
many things. Well, I'm just like it's.
I mean, back
local,
then, yeah, of course.
It's local. You know, like your local shit, regional, statewide, national, you know, worldwide. And there's
Yeah.
only a handful of places that are worldwide tattoo shops. There's a fucking, I could probably name all of them off the top of my head. And Blackheart Tattoo in San Francisco is absolutely one of those shops. We're talking about like a pillar in tattooing, the smallest world inside of tattooing that kind of decides what tattooing is one of these shops, and that's fucking Blackheart in San
sure,
Francisco.
and that's owned by Scott Sylvia and Jeff Rasher, and at one point Tim Lehigh and Jeff Whitehead. They all opened the shop together. You know,
And that's
San
where you
Francisco's
went.
a wild city. You know what I mean? And you know, it can chew you up and fucking spit you out.
How are the tacos up there?
They're good, dude.
They were in the Mission too.
They
That
were in the
shop's
Mission,
in the Mission.
dude.
So I would
Good tacos.
Pancho Villa, dude.
Good
Shit's-
tacos, bro.
I mean, that's a Mission burrito.
How you?
Dude, I would walk. I would just walk. I would go ahead because that shop is not a hangout shop, but I would go hang out there anyways.
Yeah.
Like, which I will always be grateful for. That Scott and Jeff, all those dudes were always fucking
Sure,
super.
but you know, we're there working.
And I
Yeah.
like, but they would allow me
To
to
hang out.
just go hang out and bullshit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's for days at a time. Sometimes, you know, because after not working at a tattoo shop, it's fun to go hang. Plus, it's just fun to be at badass.
I never worked at
to
one,
be
and
a
it was
Blackheart.
fucking
Yeah, it's fun to hang out.
shit.
It's fun to hey, dude, I just want to hang out with the band, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, can I
Yeah.
fucking kick
Yeah.
it? Like, can I get a
So-
kick it ticket?
Yeah, go kick it. Hear the banner, hear the shit. You know, people talking, and yeah, dude. Especially when it's always funny when you're in there and then you hear when someone leaves, like, oh fuck, that fucker wasn't full. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
that shit talking.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
into
well,
that kind of shit.
You know, it's a high powered environment, and,
Yeah.
and permanent things are happening. Like, you know, these dudes are doing
Yeah, and it's
Top-
always
top
funny
shelf
shit.
tattooing.
Yeah, it's always funny
And-
shit. hanging out.
top shelf.
Like the funnest, meanest. Like, it's like,
I mean, you definitely get funnier working a black art.
dude, it's like
You can't-
it's
you
like
cannot.
artistic, like complete artistic freedom, and like pushing the boundaries at all
yeah.
times, like in all directions. Like, it just.
I mean, it's San Francisco. You know,
Yeah,
you got
thick
San Francisco,
skin.
you got New York. L.A. has a thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That we're doing down here. But those places are like, you know, they're like pivotal pinnacle points that like these things happen in these cities, and then the rest of the country
Follows.
fucking follows what's happening,
suit,
you know.
yeah.
And then you got Europe, you know, you got Japan. I mean, Japan loves fucking California, dude.
Oh yeah, they do.
Yeah,
I mean, I love Japan. That shit's amazing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's
And then
like,
the East Coast, you know, New York has Europe, and so it's like,
I never really thought about it that way, but for sure that's what it is.
and so
Holy
and then
shit.
tattooing is like affected like that. You know what I mean? And then northern and southern, you know what I mean? Like people
Yeah.
from New York move to Florida to get out of the fucking winters, and like you can travel real short and tattoo all those places. So it was cool to work on the East Coast because I met a lot of New York and East Coast people. You know, I have forever friends out there.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and then so I worked there for 6 years, and then came to San Francisco, and then I worked there for 12 years. Nick and I worked together for a long time. He moved up north, opened his own shop in Petaluma. And then, you know, I worked there, and it's like, you know, I could have worked there forever, but it's a
Have
busy,
fun.
that's a heavy city, and it's expensive, and my folks live down here, and I'm part of the Duke's Car Club, which is a big part of Los Angeles,
Yeah.
and so, you know, I just decided it was time to change, and my buddy Tom Moser owns 3 shops here in Southern California, Long Beach by the traffic circle, Costa Mesa shop, and a Santa Ana shop, and he's doing I think a cool thing here with like a inksmith and a, you know, the mix of best of all of it, you know. And I've been working there, and everybody that
He
works
is-
there is pretty
There's like
great,
there's like a
you know.
crew of fucking.
Yeah, I mean, then we
murderers
gotta,
there.
you know, hey, if I'm not the guy for you, there's 29 other dudes that work there, so
Fuck.
they're all,
Robbins of
you know,
tattoos, bro.
they're all
Dudes.
fucking badass. So,
There's a
yeah.
bunch of killers there. for
and everybody
sure.
does walk-ins, you know what I mean, and appointments. So, you know, we're open 7 days a week,
Hell yeah.
11 to 8. There's if I am not there, then
Then go home. Come back later.
come back later,
Yeah.
or you know, get some from
No,
somebody
no,
else.
No. Come back later. Come back later. And speaking of Dukes, they do come out to the Rumble and they show their cars.
Yeah, we have a bunch of different chapters
Yeah.
all over the world.
Yeah. That's dope, man. I like that. I like the whole culture. You know what I'm saying?
Dude,
And it's
Cody's the
crazy.
only one of the only guy that I personally am friends with now that I can think of off the top of my head that still is rocking old cars.
Oh.
All of us, I had an old car, Nick had an old car, Ernie had an old car, all of us had old cars, and slowly one by one, everybody was like, nah, this is
gotta
too
get
much.
rid of this
This is
shit.
too much bullshit to deal with. And Cody's the fucking last man fucking standing.
But it's a nice
still.
old car. It's
Dude,
fucking
his
badass.
Chevy, we went it was one of the only times I was like, we're gonna get robbed and murdered right now. Like, we went to go get this Chevy in the fucking hood, and it was like where the dude didn't tell you exactly where it was.
Yeah.
Meet me at this address that wasn't the address that we really needed to be
Yeah.
at. You know, we're gonna walk to, and it was like, dude,
'Cause
we're
he
gonna.
thought he was gonna get robbed.
I was like, I was like, either he thinks we're gonna kill him or he's gonna kill us. One of those things
Yeah.
is happening right
Yeah.
now. He didn't kill us though. They got that car, and it's had it ever. I can't believe you still got that fucking Chevy. God damn.
I mean, I got a bunch. Thank you. I got, you know, other cars. Once you do one, it's like Pringles. You know, you can't stop.
You gotta keep popping.
And then, you know, we're doing a lot of stuff with the car club, so we're all trying to, like, everybody, you know, the customs chapter and the South Bay chapter that I'm in, we're all trying to push an envelope, you know what I mean, and bring out
I remember I asked.
more fucking badass, you know, more rare badass cars.
yeah.
Because that's what makes a car club.
I remember I asked a car dude. I was like, "Yo, man, like I know what you do for a living, and I could do math. Like, how are you not rich?" You know? And he goes, "I don't have money. I have stuff." You know what I mean? It's like
that's a car.
I have stuff. You know? It's I get it.
That's my problem. I'm not rich, but I have a lot of stuff.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Too much stuff.
Yeah, I have a car that I haven't started, so yeah, I feel you. It's there.
I inherited one and same thing. It's rusting away. I need to put in a motor. I think the last thing I ever did to it, I upgraded the master brake cylinder to a Corvette. I have a 59 Chevy truck with a small window with a 57 short bed welded to it.
What?
Look, you think microphones are cheap, bro?
Cody's dick just got hard right now.
I already tried to buy that truck off him once.
Yeah, everyone does.
All right, look, here's the deal, dude. An hour a day.
I ain't got an hour a day. I barely have an hour a day to work out. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
that's my hour a day.
Then you need 2 hours a day.
No, look. It's my dad's car. It's a '54 DeSoto. I already have a SRT.
Look, this was
engine.
mad as fuck at you.
Yeah.
What's this shit just rotting in the backyard? It's sitting in the driveway with a tarp on it.
Yeah, it is.
I'm gonna fix it up one day.
Dude, I bought an SRT8 fucking Hemi for it. Brand new. It only has 22,000 miles on it.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. You have an hour a day, dude.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Hour a day.
Yeah, because
So that's 7 hours a week.
Yeah,
You
know how much?
You're great.
You know
at
how much
math,
that
man.
costed? That's $700 at a mechanic shop
At
minimum.
least, yeah.
If it's a good dude and he's charging you $100 and he's actually working in your car and not just eating sandwiches in the fucking passenger seat,
Way
the
true.
motherfucker's like actually working on your car. That's 7 hours, dude. It's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
But then it's like hey man, I don't work out. I should.
Well, I mean,
An hour a day.
it ain't like I've been doing it forever. Like I just got back on the horse. But yeah, no, you're right. You're right. Anything you want to do, you got to just put time and effort into it, man.
Yeah, tattooing.
Oh, for sure.
Relationships, family.
everything.
You buy when you want to buy a house, dude. Fuck.
Yeah,
You gotta put 2 hours a day in that motherfucker.
Hell yeah. Friendships.
We
The
live in.
podcast, we put it out.
Yeah,
every
exactly,
Tuesday.
right, dude.
It's all work.
The best hour on Tuesday nights and every Tuesday.
That's us.
Hell yeah,
The
dude.
number one.
Do
Fuck,
it.
it's crazy, bro. Like, you're right, dude. You have to just, anything you do, man, you got to just keep working on it, man. That's how we got, because this is, what show is this? We never even say.
Episode 35 of the West Coast Pop Lock Podcast.
Reggie
Well,
Lewis.
that's a nice even number.
No, but we even did a few before that we
Yeah.
never
Yeah.
numbered or even put on.
Trial runs.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then even with that, we've had different people in here that we try to bring in as,
Yeah,
for
yeah,
camera
yeah.
screen. Like
That's
you
all
said,
work.
man, everything, you just got to work at it, bro.
Yeah, we got
Okay.
the making of the band. Put the band together.
Do you ever think
Yeah.
about opening your own shop, or that's not it?
No,
No?
that's cool, dude. There's so many people, there's so many people to work for.
Yeah.
No, this is it,
He's like, I could burn. You know how many bridges there are I could burn before I need to worry about opening my own shop?
I'd rather let somebody else pay the rent no. It's great working for somebody else.
That's the best.
Yeah, you know what? You're right, because when you're the one that has to deal with the headaches and, like you said, the lights, the power,
No,
all this
it's
shit.
like, man, you get older and you're like, all right, I got to diversify my funds, you know?
Yeah.
And so it's like, well, no, I'm not going to own a tattoo shop. I got other irons in the fire, other
Yeah.
places,
He's got
You get your
irons in the
cars.
fire.
Yeah, cars,
home.
real estate,
Yeah, Cody's been
Bitcoin.
at a
Not yet, but
No.
hey, why? Okay.
Get some Dogecoin, bro.
Yeah.
Put some Dogecoin on there, bro.
out of all the dudes that I know, like he's been on top, like been the
Okay,
one who's been on
you
top
gotta
of
you
that
gotta do
shit.
it all. It's like, oh, I do this thing. And it's like, well, are you making it? A gamble, or I mean, it's all like. Seems like the craps table seems like more fun than fucking around staring in front of a computer.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. But I'm not good at gambling. Johnny C's good at gambling.
That's true.
Yeah, that's true. That's
Been
true.
in Vegas with Johnny C.
Any good
Good time.
stories, man? Like, that's what I was
No.
waiting for. Some like
Oh,
good
what's
Johnny C stories.
I keep trying to ask them. They keep
No,
diverting. Like,
sorry,
okay, I guess we're
yeah.
not going to talk about anything interesting. or anything fun? I want some good shit, Johnny.
What do you want to know, dude?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. Give us sex, drugs, and rock and roll.
Yeah, they gave us that already. I mean, we pretty much do know Johnny for the most part.
It's like fun Cody stories. They're like.
Well, give us the best Johnny.
Well, like one, like the first one that jumps into my mind that was fun with Cody is we used to go. So most of our nights involved going
strippers
and hookers. Like we would go look at hookers a lot, and it didn't matter. Like all that mattered.
Tranny hookers.
Sometimes, like all that mattered.
Oh, you're gonna tell that story?
Of leaving you on the corner? Yeah. So
fuck you.
See what I tell you? They bring up the concern. They don't want to talk about it.
Hell yeah.
So all that mattered was that you drew a check having sex, or like that you made your living.
Sex workers, dude.
That-
Hey, you
we
know
go
what?
look at whoever
they have
they
a
were.
name now.
Sex workers.
Everybody, so you got OnlyFans. All that shit's legal now.
So we
it's
would
really
go
nice. But back then, dude, that's pretty taboo. You know what I mean?
So
Late
we go stare
90s,
at
like
him. So we go stare at hookers.
Santa
places.
Monica Boulevard had a lot of tranny hookers.
And there used to be this apartment building that was like the hooker
that
apartment
fucking
building.
thing was so crazy.
So there's like a hooker apartment building, and all the girls would stand in front of their doors. Like that's how. Yeah. They would just.
You
be
say
like,
girl. I mean, they identify.
Lady
I guess
boys?
they identify
Look
girls.
at so
Lady boys.
I didn't see anything.
All the sex workers
Sex
are
workers. We'll go
all the
with
sex
workers.
workers.
Okay, thanks. That's
are
PC. We're getting
standing-
canceled tonight.
Are standing on outside their doors, you know, and
Yeah.
we would just go and there's another place where so basically
Window shopping.
Yeah. And so we drop Cody off, and we're like, it would be funny, like if Cody's standing out there with the hookers, you know, and so
This is before Instagram too. I mean, how
Yeah.
hilarious! How many hits would that got?
yeah,
Oh,
this
yeah.
is for nobody
This is
but
for
us.
no
You know what I
reason
mean?
them to fucking laugh in the
this
car.
is for nobody but us. You know what
And
I
I'm
mean? So,
probably only 17.
so it's like, let's get Cody out of the car.
Happy birthday.
And so Cody's like out there, like, you know, doing his hooker
He's all,
dance.
he's all played up a little bit.
Like trying to make some money. And then we just like fucking
And then I'm
laugh.
standing
guys
there, and
left-
the groups of fucking
Grown
there's two
people.
groups of fucking like 6'5" tall chicks walking towards me on either side. And I'm like, man, these fucking ladies, you know what I mean, or you know, transgender, whatever, you know, drag queen. I don't know, whatever you want to be called. I love them all.
dudes.
Well, whatever you.
you
They
get
were
beat
gonna
up?
fuck me up. You know what I mean? Like they were like, hey, you're fucking around with your little cute boy ass.
Like there's grown man,
Yeah,
there's
hey,
grown
we're
people
s-
business
hey,
going
hey,
on.
Hey,
around
we're
here.
sucking dick for real here.
Yeah. We're not bullshitting.
What the fuck's
Don't
up with
have
you?
time for your
You know?
bullshit games,
Yeah.
man. It's
Get
like-
out of here.
And like they pull the game, they pull up, and you go reach for the door handle, and they pull off, and they're fucking. These motherfuckers are laughing so fucking hard.
And you were
But
just like,
it was good, dude. We whatever. Yeah, of course. Dude, I was like 17. I just wanted to be in the band, you know.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Hell yeah.
that was good.
I'm learning that
was pretty
Johnny's a
funny.
jerk. He
No,
grew up
No,
fucking
he was
hazing.
no, but I mean, man,
You almost
Johnny
got
C
beat
and
with
I
fucking
also
large
like
dicks.
Johnny C and I have been together a bunch of times, getting pulled over, and he's like. Has all these things written down of shit I said to cops, and I'm like, no, I didn't fucking say that.
So
and he's
we
like,
get pulled over.
You fucking said this, and
We
I was
get-
like, no way.
We get pulled over in Lomita, and it's going back. It's me, Cody, my ex chick, and we fucking. So they pull us over, and she's like Orange County chick. She's like freaking out that they're pulling us over. So they pull us over, and they pull us out, and they full like tweakers check us, like
yeah.
Felony stop shit,
like
you know,
searching
like
in our,
always.
like opening the wallets, like looking for the time, like full tweaker.
Little pocket in your jeans.
Oh, who are these motherfuckers? You
Yeah.
know,
Every
And so-
time, dude.
And so Cody's got, you know, I mean, we had money on us, you know, we had like cash on us, and this fucking cop he was like, what, like, why do you have this much money on you? He goes, I tattooed you. He goes, haven't you seen it's on TV? It's not my fault you got on the wrong job. And this dude's like, what? And he's like, I tattooed, dude. And he was like, you haven't seen Ink Master? He's like, fucking, you know,
That's
like,
what I do.
and he told him, like, fuck you, like, what? And they ended up letting us go that time for sure. But it was like, I was like, you're not making this better
No.
at all. Like, you're not helping in the slightest. We're gonna go to. We were fined 5 minutes ago,
Yeah.
and now we're gonna go to
Sucking shit.
jail.
We were about to leave.
Yeah,
We were about to leave.
yeah.
He's about to
The
go home
one
and go
time we
watch Ink
got
Master.
fucking pulled over, dude, in the Lincoln, and you were driving it, and you were doing like
Oh, where are we coming from?
Hollywood, and I got real fucking wasted, and Johnny C had to drive my car home,
This is he had a Lincoln.
and I'm
this
asleep
time.
in the passenger seat, and He's like hauling ass. He's doing like 65 down Manchester or something.
Oh shit!
At like 2:30 in the morning in a fucking 64 Lincoln. And we get a white one, and we get pulled over, and I'm all asleep. I'm like, what's going on? And they pull us, they're like talking to Johnny C.
I would have fell back asleep.
Johnny C's like, hey, dude.
Exactly.
He's like, two white dudes in L.A. at 2:30 in the morning. Why do you think I'm going 65 miles an hour down the street? And the cop's like, good point. Why don't you gentlemen go home?
Get out of here. He's like, get out of here. But dude, I was flying.
Yeah.
That was a fun car.
Yeah.
What'd you do? When'd you sell that?
I don't know. I don't know. When I moved to Florida, I sold it. I should have kept it.
Car too.
How many cars do you have now?
5.
5 cars. Can you name them all for us?
Yeah, Silverado, 2008 Silverado.
That doesn't count.
That stands as a car. 83 El Camino on 100 spokes.
Ooh.
53 Chevy full custom.
Ooh.
Yeah.
41 Buick, kind of early 80s lowrider style I'm shooting for, and then a 41 Suburban, Chevy Suburban.
What was the one that has the etching in the windows?
That's the Buick.
Yeah, his Buick has like the Cholo etchings and
Not anymore.
Oh, it's not in there? What happened?
All the windows broke, dude.
Oh, it had fucking.
It might get redone. I don't know.
Those etchings were fucking tough as fuck.
It was all like Bay Area, like chicks with like bridges, and like it was pretty sick, dude.
I've always wanted a replica of the Training Day car that.
Dude, that Grand National's bad.
Exactly like that, dude. With the hydros, exactly the same.
It's unlocked when they first walk up to it.
Yeah.
It's unlocked. Ooh.
I've always wanted a replica exactly the
that's
same.
Cool.
Fuck yeah, it's a badass ride.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, and my dream is a truck, like a little, old school truck. But
Don't do it.
he won't.
Like a
he
milk
won't.
truck?
Don't do it. Just
No,
give up.
like
You don't want to fuck with no cars, dude.
I have one. I haven't fucked with that.
Well, that's what he's saying. You don't want to fuck with
It's
it.
like doing drugs. I tell him, like, look, dude,
It
you
might have
don't
been
want
cheaper
to
to do drugs, dude.
If we're talking
headaches.
if we're gonna talk about dreams, I have my envisionment for that truck that I have. If once I want to get to it and I need to get to it, you guys ever seen the
gotta get to it.
Expendables? The Expendables, the ones
Yeah.
with all that action movie,
Yeah.
and fucking Sylvester Stallone had that one fucking lower truck that he was rolling around with. I think in the first one, I really like that. That
So
shit was dropped.
they built 3 of those.
Oh wait, what?
For the movie?
They built one.
Should have known this dick was going to know
Yeah.
something about this. Go ahead.
Oh, shit. I'm about to learn some shit
I
right
think
now.
they built
Yeah.
3. They built one. They built one to for him to have like a nice done driver,
Okay.
and then they built one for the movie. They could kind of get fucked up and have replacement parts, and then I think they built one that was gonna get smashed.
Oh shit.
I don't. It's been a long time since I saw that movie, but I know it's at least a minimum 2. But I think they built 3 of them. I think West Coast Customs, which is crazy, dude, because Big Dane.
Hell
It's like a big part of West Coast Customs. That dude used to roll by the tattoo shop all the time.
Yeah, that's great. That dude, Big Dane from West Coast
And, and there
Customs.
was just like other cool, we met Eric Dressen, like pro skateboarders. Like, man, the tattoo
Super
shop
Steve
was...
of K-Rock?
Yeah, hell yeah.
K-Rock,
Dude,
Nah.
introduced Wee Man to his wife.
one of them.
Nah, it was really cool just meeting you guys when we did the singles parties and shit, and then it was just cool people meeting cool people, man.
But that was back before, like, there's people that have relationships now that they've never met in person. We're tight on Instagram, it's like...
Nah, this was like...
This
we
was
hung
back in the
out.
day. Yeah, of course, because you had to meet people and go hang out with them. The instant thing.
Yeah. And get to know them and fucking, you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? And chill out. And, I mean, I would go there by myself sometimes and just fucking hang out. And just
Or
be
even
chilling.
just like the thing, like hanging out at the tattoo shop when it's your job. When none of our phones, you didn't have your internet, you didn't have like TV,
Yeah,
so
no,
you were
hell
just
no.
there hanging out tough.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like doing
Hours.
hanging out, man. Fucking drawing, fucking talking to each other. You know,
Yeah.
fucking
Talking shit, hanging
talking
out.
shit, getting hilarious, killing each other.
Now you got a phone, man. I can search on fucking Craigslist, look for some more cars that I don't fucking need. Car
looking
parts.
for parts.
Or you go hang out.
Propane accessories, dude.
Or you hang out at the shop and everyone's on their fucking phone now.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, no, we have
Not
a
you
good
guys, you know what I'm saying, yeah.
we have a good time. But I mean, we're either tattooing or we're.
Yeah, they ain't hanging out no more, guys.
Yeah,
Let's get the
well,
fuck out of here.
we hang out and have a good time together, But it used to be like people would stop by and hang out. It was a
Yeah.
different vibe back then, I mean, tattooing evolves, it changes. It's gotten so much more advanced and better in the last,
Yeah.
I mean, man,
And
since
plus
I've been
you-
doing it, dude, you know what I mean? It's like, fuck, man, I'm just trying to keep up.
Plus,
you
you
know?
were working at busy shops, so I'm sure
Always.
there's a bunch of shops out there that are 100% hangout
Yeah,
shops
always,
because they don't have
always. No one's
shit
coming
going
in,
on.
yeah.
That's why I was asking my buddy Sam. I was like, "What's it like?" I go, "What do you do when like in your downtime at the shop?" Now he's like, "I don't have downtime." I was like, "I'm trying to find somebody to ask about what you do now that
Ain't
there's
no
the
downtime,
internet."
dude. We do tattoos and we're in the back eating,
These
talking
fools-
shit.
These fools were busy, you know.
Yeah,
Like,
we're
they were
busy, dude.
shops.
Yeah, there used to be a lot of downtime, but man, not anymore, dude. It's busy. Yeah.
Too many people getting tats.
Yeah.
Back in there now.
Yeah,
Has it been fucking busy as fuck since it's been open back up?
Yeah, we were busy the whole time. We were doing tats when it was closed.
Oh yeah.
Fuck it.
People
yeah.
gotta spend that stimulus money.
Everybody was doing shit when it was
Yeah,
closed. Like,
yeah.
You know, dude, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, like, are you kidding me, dude?
Yeah.
Come on.
Come on, bro. That's an outlaw kind of fucking vibe.
Well,
man.
I live in the. You can't get jungle diseases living in the jungle, dude.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
a fucking outlaw vibe.
There's
bro.
a
They don't
lot.
give fuck.
There was for sure some lines drawn and
Hell
tattooed.
yeah.
It was fun to
Hey,
see
whatever.
from the
Yeah,
outside.
wait, it's nice. Yeah. I mean, I don't know, dude. I've been doing this a long time. You know, I never had a real job. I only ever worked at the tattoo shop. I was a helper. I've seen it tattooing advance so much. It's amazing. There's so many different styles. There's so many fucking amazing tattooers. You know?
Everybody's
And I've
good now.
never, yeah, like, you know, hey, dude, that was like a handful of good people, and you had to like,
Travel,
you know,
search.
go fucking somewhere to
Yeah.
meet them. You know what I mean? And like shake their fucking hand and get a tattoo from them. You know?
And now
And
it's
now it's
everywhere.
like, hey man, 20 seconds after they do this thing, it's on the internet. Some other motherfucker somewhere else is already ripping it off. You know?
Yeah.
It was pretty like.
It's an amazing
pretty
thing. You know, people are like, you know,
It's pretty wild how
Everyone's good, yeah.
the most average tattooer in 2021, like a dude. If you sent him back to '89, like he would be the best tattooer on earth. you
yeah.
know?
I mean, some of the, you know, we were hanging out when we saw some shit. You know what I mean? Like some of y'all motherfuckers wouldn't have made it.
Well,
that
there
are
was a
around
time.
nowadays,
Well,
you know?
there was a time. There was a time where being good wasn't even necessarily a thing.
No,
and,
yeah,
and
like,
for sure
oh,
wasn't.
you're a fucking artist, huh? Oh, you want to get good at tattoo? Oh, you're a fucking artist guy, huh? All right.
And it didn't matter. Like being good wasn't even on the list of what qualifications to be a tattooer. Like being
Yeah,
good was
yeah,
not
yeah.
on that fucking list. And now being good is like
Yeah, that's important, dude. You're good.
Yeah.
You want to, you want to establish a clientele. You want to establish a brand. I mean, I am, you're trying to build a brand around your name.
what's
you
your
know?
brand?
Cody Killer. What are
I
you
don't
talking
know.
Yeah,
about?
yeah.
So, man, I don't know. Wait, here it is. Fuck, what do you want, dude? I can fucking do a tat. I can build you a fence.
I
can
love
probably
fence.
I could fucking hook up some subfloor and some tile, dude. I could build you a tat machine.
He's
I
a
could
tinkerer.
do a panther tat. I could fucking.
Not a many trades.
Today I was
Many
putting,
hats.
today I was putting fender skirts on the Suburban. You know, like what do you want to do, dude?
What do you want?
I'll
What do you
build
want,
you-
Johnny?
What do you want,
man?
What do
dude?
you want?
What do you want,
That
Johnny?
is-
Tattooing don't pay off in the long run.
The long run.
I
I
might
know.
just I
Here we
can do
are.
some construction. I'll come over. I'll build you a bathroom, dude.
The
You're
long
talking.
run.
You think these Mexicans need
Hell
you to
yeah,
help
bro.
them?
Yeah, what you talking about?
Fuck yeah, I
Trabajo.
work. Hell yeah, dude. I'll work like that, dude. Let's do it.
Good to know.
This was talking about the long run. Fucking.
Yeah, the long road.
I mean,
Well,
I'm
you're here.
halfway done.
Yeah,
so
you're here.
I'm halfway done already.
yeah, you're-
the second half's gonna be great.
It's
Hell
it's
yeah.
been fun to watch Cody become like the old curmudgeon because before he was just the young curmudgeon, but
was
now
a-
he's like the older angry guy. You
Who's a
know?
15-year-old guy fucking trying to get into a strip club?
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's been
Hanging
full of
out with the band.
frustrations.
Yeah,
Yeah, full of
yeah.
frustrations.
And now he's full of other frustrations.
But I mean, now that the frustrations are over from that, I mean, I can see why. I mean, he was stranded as a young age, almost got beaten in many other scenarios. So
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
he got toughened up. They showed him some shit.
That shit happened too.
Well,
We
man,
ain't gonna say no names.
Rename nameless. But I tell you what's not nameless. It's the #1 live podcast show on Tuesday nights, the West Coast Pop Block Podcast.
That's us.
Cody,
Hell yeah.
thanks for coming down, bro.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Hey, I don't have any tattoos, but it almost kind of
good.
makes me want to get a little bit, but not really.
well, no, I told her I wanted to get one. He's like, nah, dude.
No, he said, don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
You don't have any.
I
Don't.
mean, that's kind of cool that you don't have
It's
some,
way
dude.
cool.
No, yeah, it's sort of.
It's been this long. Let's call Billy Zoom, dude.
Yeah, like you know what I mean. Like you're right. If you really wanted one, you would have got one.
Not even that, but it's just like now it's like it's if I was young, if I was 23 right now, I wouldn't be getting tattooed at all. Like I'm not. That doesn't mean that I regret doing it or anything. But if I was young now, I wouldn't. It doesn't.
And
it doesn't hold
yeah.
the same
But I think
feel.
it's, but like, I think back then, it was different. Now it's like people just getting bullshit on their faces everywhere. It's like, doesn't.
And then I hate people who are like, don't you want tattoos to be more accepted in the workplace and all that stuff? And I'm like, no. No, I don't want my doctor to have his neck tattooed.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want my accountant to have like fuck love on his knuckles. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want that at all. That
What about
sounds
can
terrible.
count?
Can't. All right, fine. If you had that,
Man, that would be tight, dude. Yo, my accountant's like, I used to do this other tattoo guy's taxes. He went out of business.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why do you tell me? What the fuck do I want to have you do my taxes
Hey,
for
when
then?
you come and get your taxes, you better have counted your money already,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
just
for
like
sure.
I gotta check my spelling.
Exactly.
You better make sure you're set up too. Yeah,
Yeah,
come on.
right, dude. Cross those T's. Dot
Yeah,
those
dot
I's.
Cross those T's and dot those I's every Tuesday night, 8 p.m. It's the West Coast Pop Lock Podcast. This will be live tomorrow. Not live, but it will be on Local Music Experience.
8 a.m., 4 p.m. That's us. Either driving to work or driving home or just sitting around playing with your balls. Like,
That's
it doesn't
right.
matter. You can listen to it. You can do whatever you want.
And everywhere else you listen to podcasts, we're on it. It's the West Coast Pop Lock Podcast.
That's it.
And not only that, you can pick up some Michelada cups this Saturday out at Boomers
Put it
in
out.
Lakewood.
Put it out there, Cody. Put it-
Boomers.
show it out.
Boomers Cocktails Lounge. Come out, hang out. We got a 80s Morrissey night happening. Fun City versus Mazda Disco.
placement.
That's right. Michelada Rumble's representing with a bunch of other awesome vendors. So come out, support. This is their first event since lockdown it's happened, so we're
Hell
expecting an awesome crowd. Come on, hang out. Come have a Michelada with us. Come have a beer. Come dance. Come cry. Whatever. Come get a tattoo somewhere. Just come get that shit done. West Coast.
Later.